a neon night. Scowls and jacks and filler, what a sight. Talking wrestling while the drinks are poured. Every move, every match makes you wanting more. Tune in weekly for the latest scoop. Catch the action in the banter loop. Crack a beer and let the stories fly. NXT on tap, the scores touch the sky. NXT on tap, everybody's here. Scout chats, feel on the host we hear. Bring the heat, bring the fire, never stop. When the bell rings, watch them rise to the top.
Welcome in everybody to another edition of NXT on Tap. And oh man, what a great show we're having tonight. I cannot believe the finish of that men's Iron Survivor match. Was not expecting Eddie Thorpe to come out victorious. What about you, Phil?
Honestly, I think Eddie, for me, was my dark horse pick to win. So I'm not too mad that Eddie got the win.
His feet were under the ropes, though.
Oh, that is true.
But they're not going to do anything about that. I don't know.
Man, this is stacked. Eddie Thorpe, Ethan Page, Wesley, Javon Evans, and Nathan Fraser. Oof.
What's going on, Tommy? How you doing today, man? Thank you for stopping by.
You can't escape me. I'm always gonna be there.
But yeah.
What?
Definitely not was expecting that.
Nathan.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Okay.
All right. As of now, they're still saying Trick versus Ridge on the deadline.
All right.
I don't know. If I was Trick, I would postpone because you don't want to fight 3 days after that.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm curious. What we got now with Roxanne?
Oh, this is her like a little promo segment. She's finishing the show tonight.
Okay. I mean, I thought the men's Iron Survivor would have been the one that ended it all, but okay.
No, because they're gonna have a segment. You're gonna get to see all the women that are involved in that. You know something's gonna happen there.
I guess so.
We're gonna see all the 5 competitors. We haven't seen them tonight, so you're gonna see Zarya, Stephanie, Julia, so Ruka. But tonight's show has been packed top to bottom.
Absolutely.
You had a great start with the women's last chance Iron Survivor match. What's that? Taker belt?
Yeah, Taker belt, and then of course the Razor Ramon IC title right there. So
nice.
Yeah. But
I have the mini version of the Taker belt.
Yeah, like that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Damn.
So, what was your thoughts on the opening match for the night? The women's Iron Survivor last
the
night?
Iron Survivor. Yeah. So Cora, Jada, Kalani, Red. Honestly, my picks to win were between Cora and Kalani. But again, I had Ren being the like if it wasn't somebody that that I guess you could say like wasn't an obvious choice. I don't know why. I just went with Ren off of a gut feeling, and yeah, I just found it absolutely hilarious how she literally won, because she basically won the way Ethan won. she won this match the way Ethan won the NXT title in the first place.
Well, Ethan, that was the same person now that hit him, right? And he pinned them.
It was, I don't know, because it was like a heat wave. Ethan fell onto Javon Evans, and the ref did the three count, and he became the new champion. But yeah, what was it? Jada saw Lola hop up on the apron. She ran toward that. She went for that spinning back fist. Jada ducked, but it hit Ren. She fell back onto Cora Jade, and it was 1, 2, 3, done. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, especially to have Cora pinned. That's the one that surprised me.
Yeah.
But I mean, going into that match, you had to know that Jada Parker wasn't winning since Lola already put the challenge out there. So to me, like, it should have been something different. Like, you shouldn't have people that you already know are going to lose. And like the main roster is subject to this too because they did the same thing. They announced the women's United States Championship tournament before the same night that Naomi had a match versus Nia Jax. So like, you don't think she's going to win? Like, ridiculous.
Right. Uh-oh. Core mad about something.
I hate this place. I hope she takes him out of the match now.
Oh, no. No. Wait, the Dudley Boys have new signature belts out? That's crazy.
Who's that?
Hmm?
Who they just see?
Oh. Uh-oh.
I want to know who they saw.
Oh,
Stevie Turner shut up, and she never shuts up.
Right. Yo! I'm so ready for this. Oh, my gosh. I can't wait.
I'm not going to lie. I hope NQCC takes the belts off of Fraxium.
Thank you. Yeah. You know, that's the other thing, too. Not only did Ren get a W for No Quarter Catch Crew, but Tavion and Miles Bourne did, too. I'm like, what?
But
the men's Iron Survivor has a great like group of guys, and so do the women. The women's match, I think, is probably going to outshine the men's.
I think there could have been better opponents in there besides Soul and Ren for those three top stars. But
like honestly though, like I know this is coming from somebody who's a really big Sol Ruka fan, but like I feel like Sol Ruka who can really show off a lot of her talent in like the Iron Survivor Challenge. Yeah, it's sort of the same when she was in the ladder match for the women's North American title, but regardless, I think Iron Survivor would be a great match for her to show off some more. Dang. Ugh. Mm. Oh boy.
Oh,
Let's
here's
go,
Saul.
Saul. Ooh.
Here comes Zarya. Oh, she changed her makeup a little bit, it looks like.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like it. You,
Here
but
comes
wait,
Stephanie.
there's more.
Who are we going to get next? Ring?
Oh, we're getting Julia.
You don't think Julia's going to be the last one?
I don't know. I got
They're
a feeling.
doing it. They're doing it in the order that they qualified.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. All three of their new musics hit hard, though. Zarya, Julia, and Stephanie.
Yep. Wow.
Oh, there you go, Ren.
Hey, there we go. Ooh. Ooh.
That was good.
That was crazy.
She ran right for the champ. She didn't care about anybody else.
Oh no, like she pointed that out. She's like,
Oh.
I'm not gonna let them go out and fight. Me, I'm just gonna sneak in.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
Wow, what a finish to the show.
What Eddie out?
All right, man. Quick thoughts.
Now,
What you think?
what? Eddie Thorpe getting laid out.
What happened?
Yo, it better not be what. Okay, it's gonna sound completely like
Eddie Thorpe got laid out? I didn't see that on mine. They cut it.
Eddie Thorpe got laid out. Eddie's on the floor, just like crossed up like that. And like,
Who is it going to be?
you know what? This is gonna sound completely crazy, or I could be reaching. Is it Obafemi?
I really hope. I would love that to be true.
If it's Obafemi, Jesus Christ.
because no one's heard from Oba Femi. He hasn't been there. Nobody's seen him backstage or anything. It's time for him to come back. And if he
Right.
gets put into that match instead of Eddie, that changes the entire complexion of that match.
Absolutely. Like, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous.
Why? I didn't think Eddie Thorpe deserved to be in that match anyway.
Okay. I mean,
Why did he deserve to be in there?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. For me, I feel like Eddie Thorpe was somebody who was a little. I feel like he was just somebody who just really wasn't he wasn't really used enough. And I feel like him getting like a W and getting this last minute chance would have been something good for him at least. Like, but that's just me though. Like,
Thank you so much for the subscription, Chris. We
hey,
appreciate
thank you
support.
so much.
Thank you for stopping by.
Appreciate you.
So he's gotten injured a lot, so it's hard for him to get that momentum. But I don't. You could have had Axiom, who already did phenomenal last year
Right.
in the match. You could have had Lexus King in there, or you could have had, who was the other one?
Axiom.
No, Axiom.
Oh yeah, wait. Axiom, Eddie Thorpe,
Lexus King.
Les King, or why am I blanking on the name?
Yeah, I'm just having a blank right now.
Cedric.
That's who you could have put in there. He needs time to shine.
Cedric, yeah, definitely. I would agree with that. Like, give Cedric some.
What's going on, Will? How are we doing today? Hey, what's going on, Lady Toker? Thank you for stopping by.
Yay!
It definitely was a great show tonight. Tonight's show was amazing. Top to bottom, start to finish, very good show. I know I'm all over the place with this show tonight, but there's so many different things that have happened on this show that I was just in love with. Like, I love the pairing of Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan.
Same.
They are perfect together. Before Gigi came out for their match, you had the segment in the back with Sean Spears and his new team. Sean is like, I'm looking for more talent. He focuses on Gigi Dolan as they're walking by.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tatum Paxley goes, that was creepy. And then she goes,
right.
That's coming from me. Like, that line just popped me, because to have her say that he's acting creepy.
That's something.
Yeah, I realized that, Chris. I think there's something going on with that, because tonight she said after she went into the office and Ava wasn't there, you heard her say, "This place sucks," and she tweeted that about an hour before that. This place sucks. I think she's showing that she is no longer needed for NXT, and I think we're going to see the call up for her sooner rather than later. That's what I think is coming from that. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I think Roxanne Perez is going to go with her, and we're going to see a new champion soon. Probably by Stand and Deliver. I don't think it's going to happen before that, but
that's crazy.
Let's talk about the Eric Bischoff segment with Trick Williams and Ridge Holland.
Oh boy, yeah.
Go ahead, Phil. You start this one off.
Okay. First of all, shout out to NWO. First of all, second of all, him getting like that little Titantron. He had a cool little Titantron coming in, of course, playing that classic theme that doesn't get old to me, at least. I mean, I don't exactly know what to say about his monologue before introducing Ridge and Trick, but like him saying me running Monday night, like heading Monday night like WCW Nitro against Monday Night Raw, the Monday Night Wars. Like we changed the wrestling industry, and and stuff like that. Part of me is like, yeah, you got a point, but then a part of me is like, yeah, we know you lost. Like, don't shove it down our throat. shit like that. Just like, I'm not entirely sure what to say on it, but like, I felt like it was just a solid way for him to open it. But for him to say that, to say that NXT is revolutionizing the industry, he couldn't be more fact. He could not be closer to the truth. NXT is the revolution.
Especially the women's division. They have
Absolutely.
the top women's division right now in all of wrestling.
Yep.
I can agree with that, Chris. They could be the women's tag team champions next year. They need to do something with that division now. They need to do something with those belts. They need to change the belt design and get rid of that design because I feel it needs a refresh, like a rebrand, like to restart it.
Right. And of course, it needs to be defended across all three brands. So if any women's tag team wants it, stuff like that. But then the Eric Bischoff stuff led us to bringing out Bridge and then bringing out Trick. And he had a lot to – I mean, Eric Bischoff really had a lot to say. Like, he had a lot of things to say about Ridge. He had a lot to say about Trick. And then he just kind of let them just go all out on each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he just went back in the corner – just laid back, and it's just like, yeah, I'm just going to watch the world burn now.
And it was really good.
It was.
Up until they started brawling. And then we have Ridge Holland destroy Trick Williams.
Yeah, Northern Grit into the announce table, and
Trick gets taken out on a stretcher. He goes in an ambulance to the hospital with Ava.
Yep.
The doctors were examining him later on in the show, and we heard Ava say that Trick is very adamant that this match takes place on Saturday at Deadline. So I don't know what's going to happen with that match, but do we think that Ridge just cost himself a title shot?
Part of me is thinking that that is true. Part of me is starting to think that, now that he's done that, like, what's the point?
Like, do you think this match is actually going to happen on Saturday?
The thing is, I really don't know. No, just knowing the unknowns about it, I feel like there's a very strong possibility that it could it could possibly not happen at all.
Eric Bischoff is having fun on Twitter tonight.
Oh no. Oh no.
Somebody posted 2 hours ago when he replied to a post by Bischoff. Wait, isn't that unbiased wrestling expert Eric Bischoff unburdened by any contractual relationship to any wrestling company? He quote tweeted him. It is, which is why you'll see him again Thursday in MLW. No contract, no problem.
Dang. but yeah, I know. I think it like cut out for you. Like shit. What is the wrong with this thing? But either way, yeah. That shit. What the fuck? Now, yeah, there. Eddie literally got laid out.
Yeah, I just saw that on Twitter because it cut off on the CW. I didn't get to see the ending on the CW. They cut it off early tonight.
Yeah.
So he got laid out. Everybody showed up there. You had Lexus King come over. You had Axiom. You had Nathan and Cedric. Everybody from the Last Chance Survivor match. So I'm curious to see what happens, to see if it was any of them or if it is the person you suggested that could be with Obafemi. I would be okay with that. Haven't heard any news on Obafemi. The only news that we've heard lately is that he hasn't been backstage lately. So maybe that's who Stevie Turner and Robert Stone saw when they were got shocked. Like, to be surprised to see someone there that hasn't been there. So I'm curious as to see who that is. But
Right.
we also had the battle royal for the tag team #1 contendership for the match at Deadline.
Yeah.
What did you think for this match?
So for this one, again, it's hard for me to like literally name all six tag teams because like Gallus, Hank and Tank,
Yeah,
the
Gallus,
family,
you had Hank and Tank,
yeah,
you had Briggs
Tyson Perry,
and Inamura. You had
and then
OTM,
Josh
you had the
Josh.
family, No Quarter Catch Crew, and Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe.
Yeah. Honestly, I was gonna like the one that I felt like was gonna be like the least likely to win was one that I wanted to win, which was Josh Briggs and Yoshiki Inamura. I honestly really wanted them to take the win, but if it wasn't them, I was thinking like possibly Hank and Tank.
That's who I had pegged to win this, was Hank and Tank. I felt like they were going to be the ones after everything that's been going on. But when Hank got eliminated quite early, I felt that it would be a little bit less of a chance, especially with Gallus being 2 of the last 5 members to end up being not in the final 3. That was unbelievable, actually. I was not expecting them like that.
Right. Miles Bourne, like, man, I feel like we're starting to sort of sleep on the people in No Quarter Catch Crew a little bit because, I mean, Miles Bourne, I guess in this case showed out, like taking out not just Lucian Price, but both Lucian Price and Tank Ledger like that. Like I was like, damn, like.
And him and Tavion Heights, like Tavion is an amazing wrestler. We know this from what he did in Noah, but he hasn't really done anything since he came back here. And I think this is his chance to finally shine. So hopefully we see it happen sooner than later.
Absolutely. And I mean, I also find it a bit crazy because, like, No Quarter Catch Crew technically got 2 very big wins tonight because you had Ransomclear when the last chance fatal 4-way for that final spot. Plus, you have Miles and Tavion go over in the Battle Royal, and now, like, could you imagine that though? No Quarter Catch Crew right now. You got Charlie Dempsey with the Heritage Cup. Then could you imagine the possibility of then Ren having the NXT Women's Championship and then Tavion and Miles having the NXT tag titles? It's like, yo, that's like a killer. I can
see the tag belts coming there. Ren Sinclair is not winning that match.
I know. It's just like,
if they have Ren Sinclair win that match, it's gotta be some tomfoolery,
something nuts. Yeah,
that's gonna cause her to do it. Where it's like she just somehow pins 2 out of the 3 that are remaining, and the other ones were already pinned and taken out, and she's the last one standing with 3 victories over 2 with like a minute left in the countdown. Everybody's in the cage, and it just ends there, and she just gets out, like lucks out.
Right.
Like just some crazy shit like that. That's what I think can happen.
Right, of course. But oh man.
What do you think of them literally taking the ring down in the middle of the show?
Oh,
Like it was going to be the NXT Underground match happening tonight.
yo, that was nuts. Like Jada just going like whoa, like just doing all that, knowing that basically Lola cost her shot at her shot in the Iron Survivor Challenge. Like she like that at that point. I think that's for her where something in her brain snapped, and she's like, nah. Like if we're gonna have this, if you want this NXT Underground match, we're gonna have it now. I'm not waiting. Let's get it on. Let's get it over with. And then of course Ava comes out. You know, it's like Jada. Like I know you want it, but it's not happening tonight. But then you get like Lola comes in. She gets heated up too. And then Ava's like, yeah, we're going to, instead of us, yeah, like you guys are going to get this, but you're not getting it tonight. Instead, you guys are going to hash it out at Deadline in an NXT Underground match. And it's like, now everything's set. And
then Jada knocked her the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, yeah, she took a good nap.
That was the second person tonight that took one of those. The other one was Ren Sinclair when she got the victory, and then she sold that the rest of the night too. She did a great job with selling that throughout the rest of the night.
Oh my god.
See what else we had to talk about tonight before we go and do our predictions for Deadline.
Well, we did end up seeing X-Pac in that backstage interview with Javon Evans.
Evans, yeah.
It didn't occur to me until like the very end of that segment, but I'm like, wait a minute, is Javon wearing a Dennis Rodman shirt?
Yep.
I was like no way.
Yeah, we noticed that right away on the thing.
Yeah.
Lady Toker says, what do we think happened to Eddie in the locker room? Well, he got his ass kicked. But we don't know who it could be. Phil has suggested that it's Obafemi.
I'm just
going back and he's going to take his spot on Saturday. I'd be okay with it being Cedric, but that would just be me.
Like Cedric being the one laying Eddie out? Wow.
Yeah.
But what would Cedric have to do?
He wants in a match. He just lost to him in the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, I understand that, but like, I don't know. So it just seemed a little off in my head. Just like I know that he just had the last chance thing, but I wouldn't think that Cedric would have gone to limits like that.
I'm just saying. I want Cedric in the match, so I'm trying to find a way to get him in there.
Right. I mean, I feel like with the way that Mr. Stone and Stevie literally just like stood there in shock as like they switch over to the ring, it has to be somebody like Obafemi that they were looking at, and then for somebody to lay somebody like Eddie out like that, I feel like it has to be as far as like Eddie getting laid out, it either A, Obafemi just destroyed him, or B, The Rock literally did put a hit out on him.
What if it... Now, you want to talk about out of left field?
Yeah.
What
Okay.
if it was Omos?
Whoa.
I'm just saying they
What?
they looked like shocked. Like that would be something that would shock you, seeing a 7 foot tall guy in your back area that's normally not there.
Yo. Omos in NXT. Like
I'm just saying.
that sounds frightening. Yo. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
I can't either. I'm just saying. Like I'm just saying.
Oh no,
different.
I know. I know it's just spitballing, but like me, I'm just like trying to picture that and I'm just like, what are you doing here? But then
I would be okay with that, Lady Toker.
if it's almost give me Oba versus Oma, oh my goodness, yes. I think that's something
But
everybody's wanting.
see, there's the difference. Oba can wrestle. Almost can't a bit. Like he can do stuff, but he's not as fluid unless he's been training a lot since we've last seen him, and he surprises everybody when he comes back.
Right.
But
And I don't know about you, but this is just something that I just picked up as I was watching the women's fatal 4-way too. Like obviously, from everybody who's watched NXT the NXT 2300 episode, seeing Kalani get the kind of getting those bits of advice from Rob Van Dam. The only reason I bring that up is because there were a lot of things Kalani did in the women's fatal 4-way that automatically got me thinking about RVD. There were a lot.
Those are her regular moves that she does. It's just making you more aware of it because they spoke.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like I didn't pick up on those before though.
Right,
Like
that's what I'm saying. Like you're noticing it more now.
Yeah, now that must be it then, because yeah, I don't think I really would have recognized it unless that segment had happened, because I don't really remember Kalani doing a whole lot of things like that, because I saw like where she got caught with the one kick, but then went in with the frog splash too. I'm like, oh, 5-star. No, just show that.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about with NXT, or we ready to go through our deadline predictions?
I still think it would have been funny if they had Axiom win it, and like this is just me like thinking about it. Like I couldn't imagine the fact of like either like if Axiom had won the match, him having to him and Nathan having to defend the title. Like say you have the men's Iron Survivor after the NXT tag title match, they lose the title. No, I think I had it the wrong way. It's like you have the men's Iron Survivor first. I don't know, just have them completely divided by the time it gets to the tag team match, and then they're completely off. They're completely off book with each other, and then they lose the titles that way. But I mean,
I think that's what's going to happen is that they keep going back and forth and interfering with each other, that they're eventually going to lose. But
yeah, that was just playing in my mind almost the entire time I was watching that tag stuff, and seeing Nathan just kind of taunt for some reason, having Nathan just taunting and shit right after that right after that last chance 4-way, and like no quarter catch crews kind of just standing like that right behind them, like near Gorilla, just doing that right behind them. I'm just like, oh no, they're about to get fucked up. But yeah, this was a absolutely amazing go home show. I just can't wait for Deadline, and I can't wait for the next week. It's gonna be so good.
So Deadline starts on Saturday night at 7 p.m. I probably will not be able to watch it until Sunday. I have stuff I'm doing this weekend, so I'm going to be staying off of social media and everything else because I don't want to see anything.
Yeah.
But let's start off for our Deadline predictions, let's start off with the NXT Underground match.
All right.
Lola Vice versus Jada Parker. Miss Parker.
Miss Parker.
So this will be the third NXT Underground match in NXT history. Lola Vice has been a part of all three. She's won the first two. Does her streak continue?
This is tough. Like, I'm just trying to remember the history of their matches because I know. I think Jada won their last, like the last big match they had, which was the hardcore match with Dawn Marie as the ref, and Jada won by the smacking the brick in her face. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
So I think you're actually wrong on this.
Oh?
I think Lola won that match.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. I thought because like I remember Jada smashing a brick in Lola's face.
Right. And she still lost.
Right.
And that's what everybody was like up in arms about, her losing.
Right.
I'm pulling up the results right now, so just give me a moment.
All right.
Oh no, Jada Parker did win the hardcore match.
Okay.
I really thought it was the other way around because of the brick.
Yeah, because I feel like Jada has been the one always. I feel like somehow Jada's been the one that's kind of been getting the upper hand, and she's kind of been. I feel like she's been the one that they've all been looking at, but if it's now going to get down to that I guess now that we're in the underground, this is very nitty gritty. For NXT, this is like how to settle. This is like their way of saying like this is how we're gonna end our blood feud. So knowing that Lola is literally 2-0, literally undefeated in underground matches, Jada is gonna have to come up with every type of trick in the freaking book. No pun intended on trick. To take out Lola. Like Lola's beaten up. Like what was it? Lola's beaten Natalia, and she's beaten Shayna Baszler, right?
Right.
So, like, if Lola loses here, this to me would be wild because already you've taken out Natalia, who until Bayley had her that one match in the United States the women's U.S. title tournament, was literally the woman with the most women's matches in WWE history, and is one of WWE's greatest veterans. Plus, you have Shayna Baszler, who not only has who had a MMA background just like Lola, but is literally one of the best workers for the women's division. And Lola has taken both of them out. So if Lola Vice can't handle Jada Parker, but is able to defeat like two hardened veterans like Natalia and Shayna, that would be a major shock to me. So I'm sticking to my guns and going with Lola Vice. She got to take that W.
I think it would be a big upset if Jada Parker wins.
Yeah.
But it honestly would not surprise me if she did. But you know the old axiom, whatever happens the time before, it's usually the opposite. So with Jada Parker knocking Lola Vice out tonight, I feel that's going to be the opposite on Deadline. So I'm going to have to go with Lola Vice on this as well.
Yeah.
NXT Men's Tag Team Champions for Axiom take on the winners of the Battle Royal tonight, the NQCC. What is your thoughts on this match?
Again, this one's a bit tough because like we don't really know like the order of the matches exactly. So like,
well, you have to figure one of the Deadline matches is going to open the show, the other one's going to close.
Yeah, one of the Iron Survivors is opening, one is closing. Right.
Right. And you got to figure that the men's championship match will be before the second Iron Survivor. And you'd probably have the NXT. No, you actually might have the NXT Underground match open the show because the ropes are off. And then you would go to the first Iron Survivor. Then you'd have the tag, then the men's NXT championship, and then the final Iron Survivor. That would be the way that I would do it because the ropes are going to be off already. You don't want to take them off and then have to retighten them and everything else. It'll change how people feel on the ropes.
Right. So then as far as this tag team match is going to go, I'm not sure about this one. Because I feel like, again, Nathan Fraser's competing in this, and he's competing in the men's Iron Survivor. So I guess him having the tag match before the Iron Survivor is going to affect how he is going into the Iron Survivor. Part of me is thinking this is where I feel like they could. I feel like they could lose here.
So is that your pick?
I feel like with NQCC taking winning over Fraxium, I really feel like it would benefit them greatly. So if I'm gonna have to pick, I think we could see new tag champs. So I'm just gonna say new Quarter Catch Crew.
I think it's time that we get new tag champs, regardless of what match, whether this match is before the Iron Survivor or after. I don't think it makes a difference. I think they're losing either way.
All right.
Men's NXT Championship. Trick versus Ridge.
So if this is truly going down as it is between Trick Williams and Ridge Holland, the way the way that Ridge is right now, I think he's literally becoming he's almost literally at the strongest he's gonna be right now. this different heel side of Ridge, I feel like is something that, like, if he was heel, or actually, no, I should rephrase. Like, I feel like this is, like, right now, him at, like, peak heel. Like, how do I say it? This is a side of Ridge. I don't feel like we've ever seen him, like, go this bad, this rogue. I feel like he can really give Trick a very hard fight over the NXT title, but for some reason, I don't see him being the NXT champion. So I don't know what it is about me. I just don't see Ridge being that guy, or at least not yet. So I'm saying Trick Williams will retain if he's okay to go.
So if they're not going to give Ridge the belts now, they're never going to give it to him.
Okay.
That's the way that I'm looking at it. I think Ridge, after tonight, has his best chance of winning it. But
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Andre Chase come back and cost Ridge the belt.
Ooh, okay.
So I think Ridge is going to have Trick beat. I think it's going to be his time to get the belt. And you're going to either hear Chase use music and distract him, or Andre Chase is going to come out and attack him.
Okay.
Women's Iron Survivor match.
So, Sol Ruka, Zarya, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, Ren Sinclair. This is so tough. Because already you have the three newest stars in your company, three newest members of the NXT women's locker room, and three of the biggest names in women's wrestling, just internationally, just in general. And paired along with Sol Ruka, who is one of the best one of the best in NXT's women's division, and Ren Sinclair. She's not fully up there yet, but I can see her possibly being a big top contender in the future. However, going into this, it's really difficult to really make almost a concrete decision because, like Roxanne mentioned tonight during her promo, Julia already had one shot. She's already had a shot against Roxanne for the NXT Women's title. Obviously, she did lose due to the fact that Corey Jade interfered and hit the Jaded DDT to basically give Roxanne the W on a silver platter. So I can understand why Julia made it into the Iron Survivor. But yeah, I would still love to see somebody. I'm still thinking, like, I can see Stephanie winning here also.
So who you got?
But if I'm really going to get down to it, if I really can think of someone who's going to dig really deep and come out the strongest out of these five women, I got to go with Zarya.
I think we're going to see Stephanie win here because you had the focus with her and Julia going back and forth where they were going to be a tag team.
Yep.
Like you said, Julia already had a chance. So I don't think they're going to give her another one so soon without either the other two already having one themselves.
Right.
Ren Sinclair and Sol Ruka are going to be people to watch in this match. I think they're going to be standouts, and I think they can have great matches. I just don't think they're at that point yet. So
Sure.
I'm going with Stephanie.
Yeah, Stephanie's like honestly my second pick. If it's not going to be Zarya, I definitely see Stephanie.
And for the men's Iron Survivor, we have Ethan Page, Nathan Frazier, Javon Evans, Wesley, and as of right now, Eddie Thorpe.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you my two predictions.
Sure.
If Obafemi is the one that attacked Eddie Thorpe and he replaces him, Obafemi is winning.
Definitely.
If it's anybody else, they're not. If it's anybody else, I can actually see Javon Evans walking out as the Iron Survivor.
Yeah, Javon Evans is not a bad. Yeah, Javon Evans is definitely not a bad pick. Like, honestly, people like. Well, I shouldn't really say like, but honestly, yeah, like Ethan Page, Wesley, like I feel like they've already had shots for the NXT title themselves. Like as we know, Ethan Page has already tasted glory with it, but Ethan's going to be he's going to be something to watch. He's going to be something to watch in the match, but I obviously do not see him winning. Javon Evans may very well be the hottest he might be the one going in there with a lot of momentum. I think he does have he has everything going for him where I think he could be the big winner.
So who do you have?
I'm going Javon Evans.
So that's our picks for Deadline, which takes place on this Saturday. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Before we head on out, though, Phil, tell people where you can find you.
So guys, if you really enjoyed us going over NXT tonight, our predictions, and you love seeing this little beautiful babyface gracing you a screen, just check me out. Facebook, Twitter, IG, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, under the name you see right down there, which is Phil Future. You can catch me here every single Tuesday night for NXT on Tap.
And Scouts, you can find me here every Tuesday night, NXT on Tap, which is exclusively on our YouTube channel. Then on Friday nights, I do FNR with Jamie and Cam. We do that over on Twitch and sometimes Twitter. And you can also follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at Off the Top Media _. On TikTok, I go and do live streams of Fortnite lately. So if you enjoy that, make sure you come on and by and check it out. Want to thank everybody again for coming out tonight. We'll see you soon. Have a great evening.
See ya.